Okay guys, so this is Tracy from We Craft at Home, and today is our second Christmas project of the year, and we are going to do a nice gift box, like a book opening gift box. So we need a few shapes. We need a square, and I think actually for now we'll do the square and see how that goes. So what I want to do first is make it an 8x8 square. That is going to be the top of the box. So inside we will do a smaller size square so that it's got like a book effect look that will just open up the lid with it still attached. That's the thing I'm going for. So that means we need a spine. Now to do it 8x8 we obviously have to do it in two pieces. So we need two pieces with a 2-inch spine. Instead of adding on a box, what I'm going to do is unclick the maintain aspect ratio and change the width to 10. And that will be our 2-inch spine with the box. And then I'm going to use my X and Y. The Y is up and down and the X is across, so it's on 1 and 1, because I know that I need a score line on, it'll be 3, but on the 2-inch mark it'll be on 3 because the first line's on 1. So the path tool, you click, hold the shift so that it stays straight, come down and double click. Change it up here. I always use this dash line. I don't like too many close together. And then if you go to the X and Y, you can see that on the X we are 0.05 over. So we've got to go the arrow keys along until it goes to 3. And then we know we're on the exact spot. Same as this, it says that we are 3 points too far. So we need to come, okay, I'd rather do that, and there we go. Now we need 2 of them, and it's as simple as that. So I'm going to group them, and you know you need to cut that out twice. Now if you are using patterned paper, beware that one you have to turn, because from the back it's going to stick. Let me show you. If I just duplicate, so it's going to be on the back like that, so that these two stick together. So when you're cutting out the second one, the pattern needs to be underneath it, or you can flip it the other way. But either way, if you're doing it like this, make sure that the second one, the pattern is in the right place. So that's that one. I'm just going to put it to the side and make the main box. Now the way I want to do this, I want to do a 7-inch box with 2 inches either side. So to work that out, we know we've got a 7-inch box. I'm just going to put in the maintain aspect ratio again. So we put 7, and then we know we need 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 and 2. So you need to add 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's what you want. You want 11 inches. And then what we're going to do is put the score lines in. This I'm going to have to go to 0 for on the X's. Just use the arrows so I get it perfect. There we go. So we're on 0 right now. This is just to mark the score lines that we need. So path tool, and we're 2 inches, remember? So that's the 2 inches. This has definitely got to be on 2 inches now. Hold the shift key, drop down, double click. change to a dotted line, and then come over here. You can see we need to move that. This I wouldn't worry too much, but if you are, move it to the 0. And then obviously the next one is 9 inches. That's the easiest way to do it because there's a 7-inch gap. So we're going to do it, I know it's about there. Double click, change to a dashed line, and then check. See, now we've got 9, so, oh, going the wrong way. And there we need to go up. So that way you know they are in the exact right spot. Now we're going to go across. So path tool. This is where even I get a bit confused. So this now, the Y has to be on 2. There. And now this is saying that we are not far enough over. So there we go. So X has to be on 0. Y has to be on 2. And one more. Y has to be on 9. Oh, I didn't change the last one to a dashed line. I do apologise. So we're still a little bit over. We need to go that way, I think. Yeah. And there. So that we know we're exactly in place. I'm just going to try and get it spot on this one. Oh, no. There we go. Change it to a dashed line. So there we've got the basic box base with 4 dashed lines, which is what we would expect. So I'd gather it all and group it. Okay, so that and 2 of them, because it's 2 inches. We don't have to worry about the lid of the box because that is going to be bigger anyway, so we haven't got to worry about it all fitting over the box. And then layers. So this time I'm going to move this one out the way because we want some layers here. Now I'm going to get another box because we know that this actual box is 8 by 8, so I know that I want this one 7 3/4, because I always go down 1/4 inches on my layers. So we couldn't use the offset because the dash line. So from there you could use the offset if you wanted. You can go down in 1/2 inches if you want. I like 1/4 inches, that's all. And I want to do a nice Merry Christmas sign. I don't know if you've got some already made up, but well, we'll get into decoration later on because I might use some stamps, I'm not sure yet. So you do however many layers you want. Same with this. We know it's 2 inches by 8, so you would do a rectangle that is 1 3/4 by 7 3/4. And I want to do some extra layers for the box. So I need an extra layer for this, and this. So that is 1 3/4 by 5 3/4. No, 7 3/4. What am I talking about? I do apologise. 1 3/4 by 7 3/4 4 times, because I want to make the box more sturdy. So I'm going to add some extra card and some extra layers. I'm going to do it inside and then a pretty pattern outside. That's how I'm going to do it. So just plain card for the inside layer, or construction board if you prefer, and for the outside layer a nice decoration. Okay, so for now that is what you do, and I will see you over at the craft table. Okay, so I'm over here at the craft table. I've cut all my bits out. I've done the folds and the cuts into them to make the box, and my 2 covers all ready to go. I've cut out all the bits I need to stick on top, what I want for where, and I'm going to start by putting the inside of the box inside before, just the bottom of it I want to do before I close it. This is my velvet paper that I absolutely love. It'll give it a nice luxury feel. And it was really creased up before I stuck it down, but it's just gone straight down with the creases straight out. I should have shown you the creases beforehand. Now I want to do this bit next, and I'll tell you for why, because I've got some inners to cover where we put that, make it a bit more solid, and then I'll put the green on top of that, like that. So the next bit is to put the box together. So again, the crease line and the end of the box together, and then one more. It's just an extra layer for the box, and it also hides where we've joined. Okay, and then we're just going to put the green strips inside. And there we go. So that's the inside of the box, all lined and ready to go. And we're going to put it on the inside here. Now the thing I can't decide is whether to put it up to the spine, so the spine is stuck to it, or put it actually in the centre of the page. I think that's what I want to do. But first of all, I'm going to line the inside with a red square. I think that one might be a bit better. There we go. So the inside I'm going to do in red velvet, with the actual box itself in green. I love my traditional Christmas colours, so I know not everyone does, but obviously you pick the colours you want. These are just the colours I'm showing you the sample with. So there we go, but on the back we are going to want to do a design, but we'll do that afterwards because I'm going to stamp a design on there. But we know that that's the inside, and then I need an inside strip. That's the wrong one. Where is it? I've not done it. Oh, there you go, I didn't get it ready. So I need obviously a strip for the spine. And there I was thinking I was doing so well. Right. Just making sure I'm putting it on the right piece. Like that, and then that will go on there, and we're going to do red around the outside. See, this velvet just sticks beautifully and straight wherever you go. You can emboss it as well if you wanted. I've embossed it before. And then that's going to go on there, so that's kind of that side of the box. If we just stick it straight on, I'm actually going to stick that with the all stick, just to be sure, because of the velvet. So this is the all-purpose glue from Pinflair. She describes it as hot glue gun without the heat. It's not as quick drying as hot glue, but it does stick very firmly once it's stuck. And then the top of the box, you're just going to stick to the outside of that, like that. Let's just use that quickly while I've got it. So it'll actually close like that. There you go. Right, so I'm going to set that aside and leave it to dry for a minute, because then we can get on to the decoration. And what I wanted to do, I don't know if any of you got this, but there was it's a Chloe stamping magazine, and I got it the members gift, if you all know what I'm talking about. And I thought I'd use that because I like quite a lot of the stuff. So we're going to do a bit of stamping, bit of stenciling. It's all here. So this die is like a holly that cuts into. I thought that would be nice to use, so I'm going to use that. This will be nice just to stencil a little bit around the edges. And stamps, obviously, for stamping. There's also an embossing folder, which I haven't thought about yet, but we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I've cut my pieces out. So if we do the back first, the back, all I want to do is stencil round it. But all I'm going to do is stencil at the edges like this. I don't want to do the whole page of it. Just so that there's a little bit of decoration on there. I'm going to use Distress inks because I think they're the best ones to stencil with. So I chose Forest Moss, Pine Needles, Festive Berries, because there are a few berries on there. And I'm just going to have a little play and see how it goes. So let's start off with the darker, and we will do that from the inside. Now what I like to do is bring the stencil up so that it's coming onto the page. I just think it looks more blended in. Okay, so it's like that for now, and now I'm just going to go round and insert some red berries. Okay, so I think that's it for the bottom one, because it's at the bottom, but at least it's got a little bit of decoration. Maybe you could put like a sentiment or something if you want to. I'd rather put that on top. I'm going to put that to the side because that was the easy bit. Now for the top one, I do want to use this die. Okay, so I went with something, I really didn't like it, and I'm not going to put it out to you guys if I'm not happy with it. So I came back and started again. So I've covered the outside of the box in the green velvet. I wish now I had covered all of it. I was trying to do mattes and I don't think it works. So I would not do that. I would cover the whole thing. Here I didn't have a whole piece, so what I've done, it's very good at hiding the joins if you've only got a little bit. So I've done just bits all the way round, and then with this I didn't have enough for what I wanted, so I needed another 6 by 6 square, so I cut it out, and I'm just going to stick this piece on. So it's just gold glitter, but it is sticky to make it a little bit easier, and I've tested it, it sticks well on the velvet. Just need to get it on straight. Let's start this side. I think that's it. That needs to go up a little bit more. We just want a tiny bit all the way around. There we go. Now we've got it. So Then I want this tartan, and I'm going to put that on flat. So actually I'm going to use the tape pen just to be quick now. That's why I rarely use tape pens. Anyway, so I've got this. And I've stuck that on like that. So it's just got a little glitter around the outside. And then I've got a couple of papers from a card pack. And I was thinking of doing like that. And then like that. Maybe the other way round. Maybe we need more of the green. And I nearly done it again. So, ribbon. Now I thought I've got this one. It's perfect, red and green. You should always put your ribbon underneath. I'm just gonna. So. You should always put it underneath the first layer. And I nearly forgot, so I'm just going to see if it will come back up. There we go. And I'm just going to put it under, just so I know it's secure there. There we go. All done, see? Quite straightforward. And on the other side, I'll do that in a minute, I'll show you. Yeah, so then you've got, I guess you've got to decide if you want more of the green or the red. I'm going to cut it. See, I'm still winging it at the minute. I really didn't like how the first one came out, so like I said, I don't want to put something out there if I don't like it. That's not me at all. I know the idea is to do a bit of what everyone wants, but if I'm not happy, I'm not doing it. Okay, so if we do that, and then maybe if we done that one long ways. Three and a quarter. I'm just trying to work out a nice way of putting it together. Actually, I like that. And then oh, there they are. I stamped and heat embossed a couple of the baubles from the stamp set that I showed you at the beginning. So they're heat embossed in gold. So I have 3 different size baubles. I can't find the middle one at the minute, but I will get it in a minute. It is here somewhere. And then I cut out a tag. Just don't know if to put it there or just there. So I used these 2 baubles, and then I used this flower, and I made some little flowers with it. So I want to use that as well. flowers are going to show up more on the green, aren't they? Okay, so let's swap that around a bit. Tell you what I'll do. So I don't want the red going down because it's got script on it going across, so it wouldn't work like that. So we need to do the baubles maybe down the bottom, and that one can come off there. That's it. That's a bit better. So these are the flowers that I done in it in a red glitter wow powder and on parchment. So they seem a bit more spectacular if you do them on parchment. So that's the idea, and then we have the Merry Christmas tag there, which I might also go round in gold. I think I will. So that's a lot better. Got to stick the card down first. Okay, so let's stick the layers down. I want this straight down. Or do... because like I said before, the glitter paper is self-adhesive that I've got. So straight down on there, then pads on here. We do that across. I just need pads on half of it because of the pads on there. So if I just I think that looks alright, really. And then pads on this one. Oh, what amount of pads? Just make sure the script is the right way round. You don't want to make a silly mistake like that. Oh, I've done the wrong one. Okay. We'll just pretend we haven't. So this one is going to go low like that. Then this one is going to go higher up like that. And then I've done this one sort of middle-ish, so it's going to go higher than that one, but not as high as that one. There we go, like that. And then just tidy these up a little bit. Actually, I'm just going to cut across there. There we go. So these were stamped on mirror card and heat embossed. I do love a bit of heat embossing. Now, for the line to go across, you can either use peel offs like I used for the chain, or if you've got some nice beading that will work maybe as a chain across. I'm going to just use the peel offs so that they match what I've already used. So I'm just going to make sure that there's a couple, and I want them to come from here all the way. And what you want to do is just loop them a little bit. So this one I know I want to join to that, so I'm going to pin it across. And that can go up there, and that one can go up there like that. And then a second one, we're going to do it so that it comes across the first one like this. Picks up the second one, now you're going to have to work hard to make sure that these stick down, because they can be a nightmare for popping back up until they're finally stuck. Okay, and then one more, which we're going to start low over here. And do it so it goes a bit higher. Like that. And once they're stuck down, you just take off the bits that you don't need. But that's the effect you get. Just so each one is hanging off a different line. Okay, and then all we need now is our Merry Christmas. And I think I will put a bit of that gold around that too, because I really like it. Straight down onto the gold though. And I use pads on the actual. So, there we go. And we'll just put that up there. You can put a little bit of ribbon through that too if you like. I don't want to. I'm not going to unstick it either because I want to put pads on it. I think 2 should do. And there we go. Just keep an eye on your peel-offs, and you might have to keep sticking them down a bit for a little while. It's just the way some of them. And there we have it, a nice Christmas box. Inside, you can decorate more inside if you like. I just want to keep it with the velvet. And then on the back, instead of just leaving it, I had these dies. It was a set of dies, and I just cut them all out in the colours that we've used. So the red velvet and the green velvet is cut, yeah, is the velvet, and then this is the gold. And I left the bits in the gold, just so it's a bit different. And then you could just put from or to inside that, and that's easy done. But we didn't put the ribbon in the back, because again, I'm an idiot. Let's see how we can do this. So just remember, before you put your layers down, to stick the ribbon, because that hides the you know, how the ribbon's put in there. Okay, so I'll do that in a minute. I'll have to lift it up and stick it back down. But there you go, a nice Christmas gift box that looks like a book, velvet inside. I love it, much better. Okay, so thanks for watching. This was Christmas week 2. Oh, I forgot the flowers. Well, if you want to put the flowers on, that is where they would go. So there you go, nice flowers as well. And I'll see you next week for another project. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.